Good morning. I'm Christy Duffy for SmarTrend News. Today is Tuesday, July 20th, and this is your opening bell market update. U.S. stock futures trading lower this morning as investors digest weaker than expected earnings from IBM, but await earnings from companies such as Goldman Sachs. Data on U.S. housing starts for June due for release at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Economists expect that the Commerce Department will report that housing construction fell 2.2% to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 580,000 in June. Construction has lessened since a homebuyer tax credit expired at the end of April. The report is also expected to show that applications for building permits fell by 0.7% in June to an annual rate of 570,000. In corporate news, Whirlpool reporting its fiscal second quarter net income of $205 million or $2.64 per share, up from 78 or $1.04 per share in the year-ago period. Excluding certain items, EPS for the quarter was $2.82. On average, analysts expected second quarter EPS of $2.13. Revenues rose by 9% year over year to $4.53 billion compared to $4.17 billion a year ago. On average, analysts expected revenues of $4.48 billion for this quarter. UnitedHealth reported second quarter EPS of 99 cents, topping the consensus estimate of 75 cents. Revenues in the quarter rose 7% year over year to $23.26 billion, coming in ahead of the consensus of $23 billion. Taking a look now at market futures, the Dow Jones Industrial Average futures are trading 73 points below fair value. The S&P 500 futures trading 8 1/10 of a point below fair value, and the Nasdaq Composite futures are trading 16 3/4 of a point below fair value. Now let's turn to Andy Zamfotas from Lagard Capital for what's happening in the markets today. Andy?
Morning, Christy. Well, futures are under pressure this morning. After the bell yesterday, Texas Instruments and IBM reported. Even though earnings per share were better than expected, revenues did fall short, and that's why we're seeing a pullback. TI shares are looking down about 6% this morning, and IBM shares are down about 5%. Also, Tupperware reported, and those shares are down 10%. So we're seeing some issues here on the earnings front. Apple, after the bell today, this is a company that has always beaten both in the top and bottom line by a wide margin, and we're going to need to see if that trend can continue. So I'm sure everyone will be watching that. So far, of the S&P 500 companies, there have been 28 that have reported. 22 of them had beaten on the EPS front by about 20%. So you wouldn't think that's really that bad, but really when you look on the revenue side, that beat has only been about 4%. And so that's not really giving a lot of investors enthusiasm as to the end user demand that's out there. And we really need to see a little bit more top line growth if we want to push these markets forward. On the earnings, on the economic side, at 8:30 this morning, housing starts are due out, and they're expected to fall by about 2 or 3%, really as a result of the end of the home buyer's tax credit. So right now we're at 1070 on the S&P 500. We could try to pull back here to 1050 over the next few days. That'll be a key level. It has been support in the past, and whether or not it will hold really will depend on some of these earnings that are coming out today and over the next few days as we have a really busy week.
All right, thanks so much, Andy. I'm Christy Duffy for SmarTrend News. For more news and market analysis, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. That's Trade the Trend. Also visit our website, tradethetrend.com, for more headlines.